during our time, we know what they call Kayamata.
Kayamata is not, don't misconcept Kayamata.
Okay. What is
Kayamata? It's
educators.
Yes, like it's not to maybe imprison a man. It's all vibes.
Man is who gone there. Anything that woman tell him, that is the essence of Kayamata.
But okay, this thing has been in time immemorial.
Yes.
Just that we are loud.
We are loud about
This period, nobody keeps quiet. No grief for anybody. That's what we are doing. So we are just. You just keep quiet and you consume.
You know the thing with the Gen Z. They don't really. Everything they do, it is all right on. What me. You understand? But
me and myself
self-seeking.
But you know what? The truth is that if you ask an average Gen Z, they're not happy inside of them. They know. They're just floating. They're just saying, let me just make up. Let my wife be happy. But are you really happy?
Because you breastfeed for 1 year. Me, I'm breastfeeding up to this age. I'm breastfeeding. Your brother is 30 years old. I'm
still not in line now. She will breastfeed us for night.
That one
another kind of breastfeeding.
Mama don't do your homework, finish, borrow money, clean kata for your nose, everything. You carry your wife, go Mr. Beast, go buy chicken, shawarma, come by mama chingom.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Insight with Agatha, where you get to share a problem with Auntie Agatha. My name remains Agatha.
And I'm Muji Alaya. Welcome to the show.
And I'm Wanzi Collins, aka Dare Gold. I'm the new kid in the block. They are old school. They're here to do new. But mommy, no disrespect now.
Say we be old school. You fit buy experience for market.
Mommy, forget experience.
No, buy experience for market. Go sit down.
Forget experience.
This is Gen Z people search.
Money here.
Okay. Who will put the money down? Okay, no worry.
We do now.
Let's quickly go on a short break. When we come back, Moji will introduce our guest and the topic for discussion. Welcome back from that short break. Moji, who is our guest and what problem shall we be sharing today?
Well, we have a very special person in our midst today. But before I introduce the guest, I want to first talk about the issue that we have at hand.
Please go ahead.
So the letter reads, Dear Agatha, my marriage is 3 years old and I'm still childless. Medically, there isn't anything wrong with my husband and I, as he has been gracious enough to submit himself to all the required medical tests. The consensus of all the doctors we have been to remains we have our children. We will have our children when the time comes. They advise I should try to relax and not focus on the issue of my inability to conceive anymore. You know, they say women are too much. At times, when too much to conceive go dey difficult, and they go say
all these women they old school and you get problem.
You don't start. Okay, make I just finish. Make I speak. Make I speak. Now this woman, make I finish the letter now. Now this woman now so as they say, as she date child, you know now they will do for every available means. Now one of our friends now can carry and go one baba. Make you do one or two mapo.
You see what I say? You see what I'm saying?
The baba can do the otumapo.
That be the Gen Z, they do otumapo.
Then say na the mother-in-law na im dey for the end of the source, the origin of our wahala. They can't give am something make he use for the husband. Yeah, they give am water, only water. To do the day, you go take that thing cook, make the husband chop. But unfortunately,
for this 21st century,
my brother na so e be. But unfortunately, that you still say book.
But this problem na Gen Z bring am now.
Na Gen Z.
No, this one no be Gen Z problem. If na Gen Z, IVF dey now.
No mind now.
Okay, IVF
dey now.
Make I finish this story, Jere, as e dey hot, as e dey hot for my mouth, make I talk am. Now, as I give her that thing, they say make it take cook for only her husband to chop. Unfortunately, you know, say Gen Z, old school, papa, they get it. That day, the mama of the man decide to visit them. She come say she dey delay make food no done on time so that the woman go comot. You know say wetin we dey get eye for back.
When she dey you know how Yoruba people talk. Wetin dey chop this thing dey you understand something.
Na the woman sha delay e reach one point na so the woman say she dey go. Na im pikin too fall am. Unfortunately, the woman did not do that. As the pikin fall am, he carry him mama go YouTube go chop, then chop belle full finish. The mama go as he come back as the food wey she put to tomato, the woman no gree chop am. Hey, yawa come gas, he no fit chop am. Apart from that, so na the man come quarrel say, inside my house, for my house, after all I give you money to cook, you could not give my mother food. The wahala come dey there. From that day, now the man come stop to dey chop her food for inside house. The man come say, as you do my mother like this one, you too sef. Although she still dey inside, but you no come dey talk to her. You come package am, pack am put for one side. Na that level na dem dey. Na e come now. They say wetin make she do as matter don reach this kind of place. So viewers, that is the story. But we have with us here today a very special person in the person of Bishop Dr. Priscilla Otuya. She's a Christian leader, she's a philanthropist, she's an entrepreneur, and she's the founder of many NGOs and Christian foundations. You're welcome to the program, ma.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
so
ma.
much.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I know wetin you wan talk. Welcome, ma.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now we are here. What does the society expect from a childless woman?
First of all, I want to talk about, foundation, because everything in life has to do with foundation. Okay. There are many reasons why a woman could be childless, but we only talk about two main ones: medical reasons, and then the spiritual one. But the third one, like we all know, they say there are three sides. Two sides to a coin, but there are three sides to a coin. The middle one that determines where the coin falls to. Now, that middle one is very key, that we seldom talk about, both in the religious system and all that, which is the God factor. Okay, there are some children that are very special children, and before God will release such children to any parent, there must be a very good atmosphere and environment where the child will be enabled to be who he or she is born to be.
Okay.
If that everybody is not around, that is not enabled for that child to come, there will be delay. Yes, there will be delay. Because you don't just bring a special kid into a malfunctioning home. You're going to cause problem. And from the story I've heard, I think that is where it's tilting to. Because even the doctor have already told you to wait, be patient. So that is what I am looking at. So people expect a childless woman to, well, do they really expect, or we also put the burden on ourselves?
Yes, the women themselves.
Exactly, yes. Because, okay, what will my mother-in-law say? What will my father-in-law say? What will my husband say? Now, this man is not even bothering you. And why do you care what people say in the first place? It is your life. It is your life.
But you a childless woman, it's a troubled woman.
I was childless for 4 years before I got my first child.
Maybe because your husband is understanding. A lot of time, most people expect the woman, okay, you got married on Monday, Tuesday, be pregnant.
Yes, that is their expectation. Apart from childlessness, we live in a world filled with troubles.
Okay.
It depends on your orientation, and normally we would not say yes, they will not trouble her. Mother-in-law, number one. Okay, my son, when will you have your child? Oh, you are married to a man, something. It doesn't mean you should drive yourself to the world because somebody's expecting. You can't change the situation.
But this is a woman whose mother-in-law does not like her.
Wow. Assumption.
According to her.
Assumption. It's all crying assumption. Because you see, you mentioned Gen Z and all that. We are living in different lifestyle and all that orientation. This is a young woman that's come into her husband's house. We have our school for men, school for women, Gen Z school. But when you go to your husband's house, don't agree. The mother-in-law should not talk to you.
Don't agree.
It's not like the Victoria war starts.
Don't agree for them.
You're coming into the marriage with your preconception about someone that trained her child to become a man. Okay, so it is territorial thing, and I don't totally agree with that. I'm a mother-in-law myself. Okay. And I love my daughters-in-law. Wow. And I also make them very comfortable. But you see, a lot of girls make that mistake.
They come with a preconceived.
Exactly. The mother-in-law doesn't like me.
Okay. Especially this generation of
exactly. Girls. Because like I said, they have their school. But they discuss
it's something you can clearly see.
How?
If you're looking at me, I know whether you like me or not.
How can you?
I'm bound to respond. You like me. I like you. You hate me. I hate you. That's how this world works.
No, but because you are coming that this woman must hate me.
No, from the story.
But
she's sure.
She's sure. She entered into a woman's mind.
But check the story very well. Does the mother-in-law like her? She doesn't. So how would she expect the lady to like her?
Negative vibes that she does not like me. Nothing the woman would do.
The woman did not like her. So
she does not like her, but she allowed her son to marry.
Exactly.
Because the son is a man that knows what he wants.
Okay.
Make I tell you.
Which is what
if it is me, if I really don't like that girl,
let them marry.
Oh boy, they enter my pikin house. Make I tell you, you not go near my pikin.
Now me.
No.
If I like this one, I'm going for you.
You will go for
against wetin I dey talk. You will be your mama. We carry you for 9 months.
See, you don't born me, you don't train me. You just trust say I be man.
That's the way carry you. I carry you for 9 months.
And breastfed you for 9 months. You will not tell me.
You don't do your part now.
Okay.
The mama self gets eye to say this girl no like my pikin. I'm only the fine come. She could also claim that.
You can never be sure. We are humans.
Okay, now 50-50.
Exactly.
Okay, ma'am. How do you establish boundaries with in-laws to protect your marriage from external influence?
Well, I also want to go back to orientation. We're supposed to start the teaching from our families, when the child grows up. Even your family, how you raise your children. Okay? And the Bible says a man thinketh in his heart. So even if you're not a married person, okay, you should be accommodating. All right? You should be loving, you should be welcoming. And it is what you put out there that you get. But today we are living in a collapsed society where there are no boundaries. Everything just happens, everything goes. So we even start to learn on the job, which gives us too much headache. So it's a very difficult situation.
The things we learn now, we are unlearning. We are beginning to unlearn so many things. Let's listen to your...
Our time is different from your time.
What makes it different?
Now, like she said, we are living in a collapsed society. You see it as a collapsed society, but it's just a new way of doing things.
New world order. Things
are changing. You can't expect things to remain the same.
From good to bad, or from bad to good.
From good to better.
To better.
Yes.
How is it better than?
Don't you like me? Don't you like the way I am?
So what is different?
Like my appearance?
What is different? Then our time looked like you.
I do.
Almost like me.
almost like you. But in attitude, like you said, that it's all right for a woman to come into her marriage with preconceived that this woman does not like me.
No, it's not preconceived, ma. She saw it.
How did she see it?
I'm talking now, you can hear me.
Okay.
We can relate.
Okay.
You can see it in the spirit.
You can see it. You can feel it. I mean, you don't expect me not to react.
So a mother has no right to, you are being...
She does.
Okay.
But it's limited. Most mother-in-laws see their daughter-in-laws as a threat. Okay, I was listening to something on TV some days ago. A woman has trained her son for like maybe 35 years. She just brought the girl, and in 1 year, she's giving everything to the girl. And the mother begins to feel somehow.
Well, is it right for the boy to leave, to forget?
So, no, how do you deal with that? Because the mother-in-laws, some of them are clearly possessive. They just want, they still want to run, they still want to control their sons, even in marriage. So how do you deal with that?
Madam.
Well, let's go to the broken way now. Our sons also need to borrow some sense.
Yeah.
You so-called Gen Z boys should go and borrow sense.
Yeah,
because you see, the thing is, you are a human being. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're a human being. You've labored. Your colleague or business associate cannot cheat you off 1,000. You will scream your head out. You will go to police and call everybody. Then this is someone that has labored,
invested
in her child. Do you understand me? Courtesy demand that you, the son, also make your mother know her place in your life.
Emphasis on.
You understand me? If a mother knows that, okay, my son knows what he's doing, some boys don't know what they are doing.
Yes, so.
Do you understand me? If I know my son knows what he's doing, I have no business interfering.
Yeah.
Okay? But you see, just like you, the Gen Z person, you've spent so much into a project, and your business partner, want to shortchange you, you will fight. So why shouldn't I fight for my own territory as well? What if it is so really my investment according to what everybody's saying? So it's a territory thing.
Now, what I want to find out is how do we now you have a son that you clearly know that he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But yet you still want to interfere in his marital affairs.
Yes.
How do we deal with that in this society?
There is no way.
Because there's no way. Sorry,
yeah, okay.
The girl, like it or not, now the girl is in his life. So she would want to try to gain some measure of control.
Yeah.
So you can't have two captains in a ship.
Exactly.
So how do we now deal with it? Because it's clearly an issue.
Let me come through this angle. I was watching one video clip, okay, online, and this free lady was talking to her friend, and the discussion was like, you're always milking this man, okay? What about if the man gets broke? What do you do? I will throw her in back to his mother.
That's the Gen Z.
Do you understand?
Sorry, let me just come in here.
Yeah.
You know, that we are not looking at the part of, this girl, this lady went to Babalawo. You know that this Gen Z, he said something that is old people. Do you know they are the ones that
the real case.
They're not the
real case.
They will say, during our time, we know what they call Kayamata.
Kayamata is not, don't misconcept Kayamata.
Okay.
What is Kayamata? It's
educators.
Yes, like it's not to maybe imprison a it's all vibes.
Once a man is hooked down there, anything that woman tell him, that is the essence of Kayamata.
But okay, this thing has been in time immemorial.
Yes.
Just that we are loud.
We are loud about
this period. Nobody keeps quiet. No grief for anybody. That's what we are doing. So we are just. You just keep quiet and you consume.
You know the thing with the Gen Z. They don't really. Everything they do, it is all right on. What me. You understand?
But me and myself.
Self-seeking.
But you know what? The truth is that if you ask an average Gen Z, they're not happy inside of them. They know. They're just floating. They're just saying, let me just make up. Let my wife be happy. But are you really happy? Okay? Now back to the territory thing we talked about. Yes, I'm a mother and a grandmother. if my son brings a wife in, my gas will be up normally.
Yeah.
Which is
Naturally.
Which is
normal.
natural.
Because you see, I want to hand over my son to somebody I know he'll be safe with.
Yes.
Out of 10 so-called Gen Z wives now, 8 are fetish people. So now, the mother-in-law could also be reacting based on the air the woman is bringing in. Do you understand me? So, hold on. As a business person, if they give you a proposal, be honest. Proposal comes to you now. What do? All your flags will be up.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you understand me? Until all the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, you let your guards down. That's what we do. And there's no regret about it.
But marriage is
Because if that lady screws up that man now, they bring him back to me.
Yes.
As a broken man.
Exactly.
Marriage is not business now.
Marriage is emotional investment, emotional business.
Anyway.
Okay, it's not business. Can I ask you something? So if it is not business, why do the Gen Zs emphasize on money?
Money.
If it's not business, if it is love-based,
You amplified the business aspect of marriage.
Giving. How do I show you that I love you if I don't?
Even if you have to go and steal, if you don't buy me iPhone of 1 million naira,
If you cannot show me that you can stand by me in any way possible, what are you doing around me?
Let me also come in here. You know, some actually when we look at it, some mother-in-laws they go overboard. They too do. They will talk to. They too. And then
I would have given you enough, but because of the new school, old school thing,
You know, there's this person I know. She told me what her mother-in-law used to when she visits, when the mother-in-law visits. You know what the mother-in-law they do? If you don't hear say in Pikin don't they come, they hear pa, you know that one go they. Do you know this mama go inside, go change to 90? Come for city
on a new one.
For city one. Look and. If they look, he no want talk. She visit, she go. It's another time when this mama come. As he just come change to 90. Now as her husband enter bedroom, now she come just they pack 1 or 2 things, and wrap and everything. He say, honey, where are you going to? He say, your mother is already wearing a night dress now, so let her come and sleep here.
That was wrong.
You are in the house, because you are in your son's side, you will be telling the wife that you are the one that knows the kind of food that he likes. So you are the one that will cook for that period. Hey, if not me, I go leave you. You go cook that food. I go sit down and go chop am. So
let's go back to
some of us do, but I again, Gen Z not to do.
Madam, how best can couples, including the so-called mother-in-law, resolve conflict without causing resentment?
Yeah, it boils down to the couple. You know, after you love your husband or wife, you get married, the next thing is understanding. And if we go back a little bit to how we do it in our old school days, do you understand? When you marry somebody, you're marrying the family. Okay, that's our culture.
These days, they don't marry family.
Yeah,
somebody will tell you, I
is.
only came to marry my husband, not the family.
That is these days. But that's how we do it.
Isn't that what the Bible
and
says?
it pays us.
A man shall leave his family.
Wrong interpretation.
And
wrong interpretation. Wrong interpretation.
No, but then we still marry families.
What
I'm
the
still
Bible
a fan
says,
of you
family.
You marry me, you marry my entire family. But then there are boundaries, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
What you just quoted, misinterpretation, because in the olden days we had, you know, like community. Then this hut is mommy's hut, this hut is daddy's hut, this hut is the brother and sister's hut. So when you marry, what Bible say, live and cleave, you now have your own court, your hut. You don't have to anybody. You have your own within your tribe and community, not abandoned. Exactly, not abandoned family. Because nowadays that's what we are afraid of. And I will not hide it as a mother-in-law too. Do you understand me? I must protect my investment to big time. Okay?
I've even seen cases where mother-in-laws want to control the intimate moments.
Collins, I'm not going to contest that. Because
Wait, I want no make it land now.
Maybe they
find pikin, no get this well.
Maybe you know say experience. You know feel buy experience
from market.
Mama no, wait. Mama no say nah. You know that you know the
Your head dey
make I finish.
Because they enter room come tell me say don't do like this.
I want question. Before you marry, you not ask mama say give me advice.
Advice
You know, any advice. You know, ask any advice.
Please, so I won't marry this girl.
What make I do?
She.
You ask and you no ask.
No, make I tell you do it in this time. Can we just answer yes or no?
Confusion. You know what is wrong with them? Myself, and me.
But wait. Don't explain. See here. We be Gen Z, but we won't marry. If make we bring kola nuts, make we bring atare, make we bring osoji. Mama go buy am for us. Mama is good for that kind. Mama follow us go do the bride price. That one I know be Gen Z.
Because every mother's dream now that time. Oh, my pikin won't marry you. Give me money. This person do. Mama don't do your own dream. Mama
dream is to eat the fruit of our labor.
Yes. Nobody say you no go chop. Nobody say you no go chop. If you want chop, what you go do so that maybe you go sit down chop am well.
Some women they come say this woman. If you show me gara, I will put my pikin here.
80% of them, that's what they go do.
Say that this pikin no go see pikin again.
They never answer me that question.
No, let us
breastfeed. Wait, they go say maybe you breastfeed for 1 year. Me, I'm breastfeeding up to this age. I'm breastfeeding. Your brother is 30 years old. I'm
but not the line now. She will breastfeed us for night.
That one
another kind of breastfeeding. Some people tell you.
How do we harmonize? How do we set boundaries? You know, because a mother-in-law clearly wanting to control her son, even in is there. These are issues that we must talk about. How do you do?
See, if you say how do you set boundaries here? Not all dream. Because people set boundaries, they know they here. See, they come from different families. So now from house, example. You don't reach maybe like 25 years. Your mind be say you want marry as a man, as a Gen Z. The next thing, you carry trouser. Mama, I see one flower, I want pluck am. You said no get orientation. I mean, you don't get orientation. What you supposed to do as a husband? You know sabi. Your mama place, you know sabi. Are you following me?
I understand.
So the thing say we go sit down, put our head down. If we agree, it's okay. Begin the training from the man will be the head of the family.
Yes.
So if the man don't give himself brain, say my mama place be this one no, she no go lack. Example, mama don't do your own work finish, borrow money, clean kata for your needs, everything. You carry your wife go Mr. Beast, go buy chicken shawarma, come by mama chingom.
That one be Gen Z style. That one men really get sense.
There plenty.
But it's not the part for Gen Z.
There plenty exactly.
I feel.
He not even bring you talk, so you see.
I'm not
he don't. But I think they're confused.
It's a place of
don't worry.
communication.
I know yourself.
Communication.
Yes.
Jokes apart.
Yes.
There's a place of communication in building a home and honesty. Most times, it's that lack of honesty.
And action.
Now let's discuss the place of dialogue and trust in the building of a marriage. But before you answer that question, ma'am, let us quickly go on a short break. When we come back, we'll take that question. Welcome back from that very short break. So, madam, the question, the place of dialogue, and honesty in building a home.
Yeah, very, very important. In everything you do aside marriage, there's always place for communication and dialogue. But if you have your real partner, because if you get a gold digger, for example, speak all the grammar you want to speak. If you say A, you said A, that A is, your mother told you to say the A. And you say B, you see, I told you, they've already schooled you. Okay? So if you want to talk about dialogue and honesty, no matter how honest you are to a thief or a wrong spouse, they can never understand you because they are there for the kill.
So the choice is before.
Exactly. The choice is before.
Before.
Yes.
That they take the right woman.
Exactly.
Or they date the right man.
person, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
That's
so
foundation matters.
I know. She's right,
somebody has
actually.
considered.
The thing is, even as a new generation person, right, I wouldn't want to be in a position where I wouldn't have peace. Me especially.
Oh, wow.
Right.
So peace is universal.
Yeah. So I would, and it's very important because I mean, peace is so important that even the name of one of God's name is peace, Prince of Peace, right? So in choosing a spouse, you must go for somebody who's level-headed.
Good.
Who wants to love you for you, because I would say that what we are looking at in this generation, I mean, a lot of it is all glitz and glamour.
That's
right?
wow.
A lot of it is all glitz and glamour.
Young men they look at the appearance. Oh, look at
yeah, and that's why you have these BBL guys selling.
Selling. I want to open clinic. Maybe.
But I mean, you know go sell.
Why you know they like Casanova?
I like them naturally figure.
Okay.
Moji.
Yeah, well, I would like to say this to the man himself. A lot of people, most men, they get into marriage. When we talk of maturity, we think of the girl child alone. We say, you are going to husband's house, you should prepare yourself, you should do this. Our sons, they need to prepare themselves. Because, he said, if you have your own mind, even if your mother is telling you something, you know that this is the right thing to do. But because the man himself is not even matured enough, for that responsibility of controlling or managing, let me not use your control, managing a home
and leading
a home. Yeah, there are people that have troublesome, they know that their mother is she's fired, but they are able to manage their homes. And so grow up, young man, before you even think of. And when I'm talking about growing up, it's not about age. You see a 50-year-old immature man.
100 years.
Yeah, so a 25-year-old guy can marry, and I was telling somebody about a couple that was staying in my house. See, I look at them, I just want these people they are young, they're not even up to 30. But if you see these people, they are like this. The guy's mother came and was staying with them. You will not hear anything. Meanwhile, you see some 50 and 40-year-olds. You see gra all over the place. So please, a man ought to, and then I think the onus is on us as mothers. I think that's where the problem stems from. We don't help our children, our sons. Anything they do, we just say, it's like that. Teach your son, your male child, responsibility right from the word go. Let him see that he is supposed to, help himself. He should be mature. Nurture your male child. Let him become a man instead of what we enjoy, making him a boy perpetually.
A henpecked husband at the end of it. Okay, now, how do we help this woman? A quick one. How do we help her salvage her home?
So maybe we'll let
the matter.
Hearing that story alone, has provided the solution. If a doctor can tell you be patient and wait, okay, from the spiritual or religious, whatever you call it, point of view, I know that when God's time has not come, no matter what you do,
Nothing happens.
matter what you do, pray fast, it's not going to happen. Okay? So, and again, if you don't concede to something, even if somebody is a witch or doing voodoo, everything is a suggestion to you. It's when you accept it, it happens. Okay? So from the beginning, she has caused problem for herself in saying, oh, this man doesn't like me. Okay? So she doesn't like you. Do you like yourself? Do you like your home? Do you love your husband? If you do, retrace your step. Because even the Babala will give you, or whatever, is it the preacher that gave you something to, and you didn't walk, tells you that God is in that home.
Yes.
So retrace your step, go back to God and be patient. All right? Remember also you're going to be a mother one day. The child you're praying for will grow into a boy or a man and get married. Whatever you've also sown, whether the woman is a witch or not, will come back to you.
So
retrace your step back to God. Give yourself peace. Yourself a breakfast.
That's the new, you know. Coming to the news.
I would like to advise you. I would also like to advise you that you really made a mistake. You really hurt. So you need to come down from your high horse. Beg your husband. I don't know how you're going to do it with tears. Maybe in the middle, you go to him, even if he's not talking to you. You do just beg him, weep, because you have done wrong. This guy is not giving you Azus. He doesn't even mind that, you are the one that is thinking, maybe they are going to get a woman for. Please beg him. And then again, you know what you need to also do? A package that your pride and your arrogance and that your dislike for your mother-in-law. Invite her and treat her.
Win her.
Give her a treat in the presence of your husband. Oh, you will see what will happen. Give her a treat and then you beg her, Mama, please, you know that I'm just a little child. I don't know anything. Yoruba people, they know how to. They say, Baba, Mama, look at me. And you even start to weep. It's because I don't have anybody to train me. That is why, Mama, please, I'm sorry. I'm your daughter. You better calm down so that you can stay inside your. That's my own advice to you.
Okay, darling.
Beg your mother-in-law.
This is wisdom that works, actually. Wisdom from old school, like shall we write it. So the thing is, you cannot. Somebody has known somebody for a very long time, and you're just coming in. So you have to understand. I'll just tell her that she should just calm down. Try to be friends with the mother-in-law, even if she doesn't want to be friends with you. Do all you can to be friends with her. Because the problem here is that the husband does not love her. The husband is loving, he's patient, he's caring. You don't lack anything. Your problem actually started when you decided to bring in assumptions in, So throw away those assumptions, like mommy rightly says, flush them down the toilet and go to your husband, beg him rather, and try to make your mother-in-law your friend. It would take some work. It would take some time. It might not happen in the next 3 or 4 years. But if you put in the work, consistency, you discover that naturally, even witches, right? There's no way you are good to them. They would at some point they will recognize your efforts.
No, they forgive you.
At some point even though they will recognize your efforts.
They work with principles.
They will recognize your efforts. So your business is not that the mother does not like me. What is your own business? Like her, show her love, and bring your body, because our body to the hot. So bring it down.
And that school that they go, that's a saloon school that they go, they do amebo, resign from it.
So Yeti, my advice to you, those friends, they don't mean well for you.
Exactly.
You do not love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you will not go out with friends. What if that friend had planned with that pastor to poison your husband so you can come in? Keep your problem internal. When you love yourself, it will be easy to love everyone around you. And if you love your husband, it will be easier to love his mother. Because one day, you will cross from being a wife to being a mother-in-law. Thank you. Well, we have come to an end of this wonderful episode. Madam, I respect. Thank you, Madam, for finding the time to come. We appreciate you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you, dear Jesse.
It's always our pleasure, you know. It's always our pleasure.
Well, if you love us, please keep us in business. Keep the comments coming. Like, subscribe to our channel. Thank you for allowing us to invade your privacy. Until next week, when we come with another exciting topic, it is bye from us here.